barest minimum.
Well, I can tell you that it was not the fault of the National Assembly that those bills were returned. And of course, we have also seen bills being signed in Nigeria a few days before an election. It has also happened. Of course, we didn't accept the reasons given for the assent to those bills. And the reason given, which of course we don't accept, has also shown itself today. Because if those bills were signed, I do not think that this, just take one aspect. In one of the local governments in Kogi, you had about 40,000 PVCs collected, and then 120,000 votes. And asked INEC itself that gave out the 40,000 PVCs still accepted that result. That will tell you the reason why we need this bill, and we're going to do everything to do our own job, which is to do the legislation and pass it along to the president for assent. It will now be his responsibility to listen to the yearnings of Nigerians for a credible election, because all that we want is a credible election. We want people to be elected on the basis of their performance or their campaigns or whatever, and let it be that the votes will count. Of course, with this one, I do not think that Professor Mahmood, even as a professor, will be able to manage to tell us how PVCs collected will be less than the number of votes in that area.
Okay, sir. My name is Sunday Abushadi from Punch newspapers. My question is on the Bayelsa election. A lot of...
Just say that the internal dynamics of the party have nothing to do with people maiming and killing and then snatching ballot papers and then running away with that. That has nothing to do with that. So what we have to look at is how was the election managed, not the internal dynamics and all that. And all manners of speculations can come on about what really happened. But then, if somebody was shot and killed, that is a fact that we cannot run away from. So that is not to say that maybe those things did not happen. But what we're concerned about is management by INEC and the security agencies of the elections.
Yesterday, the president accused the National Assembly, specifically the House of Representatives, that in the last 10 years, they've collected as much as 1 trillion naira for consistency project, and there's nothing to show for it. And since yesterday, last 24 hours, the two chambers of the National Assembly has not given fit to react. And even on the floor today, some of us thought maybe senators were raising. It was not raised. As leader of the minorities, and an active member of the past Senate, the 6th, 7th, and 8th, are you not worried by that statement?
No, we're not worried. The reason why we're not worried is that we know that it was a statement that was erroneous, that somebody must have written a speech and then put false information in the speech. I have done constituency projects, and we have always said that constituency projects are not done by the senators or the members of House of Rep. The constituency projects are domiciled in the executive, who execute it. And so if the president said that he hasn't seen anything for it, he should ask his ministers and his agencies under him as the executive, because they are the people who have been executing these projects.
In connection to what your statement, sorry, Judge Nandi for your civil verse, in connection to your statement regarding the management of elections by INEC, will the Senate legislate and streamlining the number of political parties on the ballot papers? They are too much. They are too much.
Well, you know, the problem we have here is Section 36, I think, freedom of, or 39, freedom of expression, freedom to hold your views, freedom, as opposed to election management. Anywhere else in the world, you have to cross a certain threshold to be able to qualify to be put on the ballot. And I think that since democracy is a work in action, and the process that we're going through, that we're very certain that we're going to get to that point where it becomes very, very difficult for us to carry this. I think I will also put this back on squarely back on INEC. If INEC does their due diligence, you will know that most of these parties don't exist anywhere else except in Abuja. And where they exist in Abuja, you will probably find them in sharing a room with somebody. So it's up to INEC to be able to do their due diligence. Make sure that all the stipulations for forming a party and registering it is strictly adhered to. If you do that, you will cut down immensely on this number of this. But we cannot muzzle people. We can decide that we will form a party for my local government. That it should be my decision. But if I form a party for my local government, then INEC conducts election only in my local government, not for INEC to now, for the party I formed in my local government, now I want you to go to Sokoto to go and vote for me when the people don't know anything about me. That is really the issue. So it still comes back to INEC being able to utilize all these huge funds that we give them to do their job.
Last question, please. Good afternoon. My name is Anayo Akuti. I report for Hotel from Abuja. Today, a bill for an act to make provisions for the protection from internet fraud actually passed second reading. And you remember that the last time there was a bill, the anti-hate speech bill, which you personally you made a comment about. Are these two bills the same?
No. Internet fraud and all that not the same with hate bill. So every bill can pass first, second, whatever. It will still have to be. Yes, it's not. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Your question is not direct. No. It's not. The bill cannot. It's not the same. It's not the same.